Hello, air elemental energy, all of the sylphs out there. I am Abe with MysticGenMara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho, and I'm here today to offer you your mid-year review and check-in, just kind of see how things are going for the first 6 months, get a little insight into what's coming in the next 6 months. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and comment. Let me know your thoughts, feelings, and impressions. Also, if you see a card and you get a different intuition than what I'm seeing, feel free to drop that in the comments if you're comfortable with that. It's always fun to hear what other people see with the cards. So, with that, we will get started. All of my cards are the decks are linked in the description down below, and if you're curious as to why I read for the elements instead of the zodiac, that's also down there. And if you've never had your charts read, which is something that is fun just to see what's going on there, there's a link down below for that as well. For those who are new, air covers the zodiac signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So if you are Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or have air high up in your charts, this one is for you. So looking back at the last 6 months, let's see what kind of energy we've got going on. We actually, air, you've got some interesting energy here. It's starting off with the 21 card, which is the World with Archangel Michael, a very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth, and insight. So air, you have had a completion occur in this last 6 months. Something big has come to a finale, some shift has occurred, something that you've been working on finally came to its logical conclusion. There's been a period of rest, which is that celebration period of you finished, but now you're getting ready to start something new, is what I'm seeing for your immediate last 6 months here, which is pretty cool. You also have the 9 of Ariel, which works with your opposite energy, because Ariel is the female version of Uriel, and it's your dreams are fulfilled, hard work leads to great success, a love for the beautiful things in life. So you've had this completion is what's being brought forward for you, air. And it's all saying that this has actually worked out really well for you, because now you're able to step into this beautiful new future, this new existence, this shift that has occurred. So air, your last 6 months, I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say in the comments, but overall it looks like you've had a really good first part of 2025. Number 15, Decisions with Archangel Jophiel, which is release yourself from what holds you back, a need to detox unnecessary worry based on lack of self-confidence. So even though you've had all this success and all this growth and all this shifting and changing, you still have a little bit of something that needs to shift. You've done a lot of work. You've completed a bunch of projects, or at least one big one is what I'm hearing, and now it's getting ready to start the next one. And I'm getting this image that you're not sure if you're worthy of it, even though you've done all this other stuff and all these other things have fallen into place. Coming up to this midpoint, it's like, but is it enough? Am I good enough? Did I do enough? And the answer that I keep hearing is yes, air, you've done enough. You've done a lot of really good work. If you don't believe it, just look back and see what you've accomplished. And it may be something that you think is minor, but to the outside world, it might be a lot bigger of a deal than what you think. So that's where maybe looking at it from a different perspective could be beneficial. So let's take a peek at some energy that is supporting you, some guides and guardians going forward here. And we are starting off with the Ascended Master Mary Magdalene and the Aqua Aura Quartz. That's kind of a cool combo. And it's the Divine Alchemy. With perfect trust, I surrender into the process. We'll put this in your terms. With perfect trust, you surrender into the process of radical transformation, allowing your soul to express itself in an entirely new way. In complete faith, you recognize the unlimited healing power and creative genius of the divine within your heart. In the mind of the divine, there are only possibilities and the grace needed to attain the heart's higher purpose. I commit myself to the evolution of my consciousness with joyful confidence in the reality being birthed through my soul at this time, through your soul, sorry. You live in the realization that you are loved and intimately and tenderly by the divine. So, going forward, you're actually being shown, yes, you may have some questions about where you're going next or what you're doing next, but this is your option to transmute. This is your option to shift and change. This is your opportunity to really step into this higher power. And when you have Ascended Master Mary Magdalene and this Aqua Aura Quartz, it's saying work with your water energy as well and really tap into the deeper aspects of meditation, of the taking what's in your life, pick out the things that are good and release what's not, and then transform that into its highest aspect. Working with a lot of prayers, meditations, and they're even saying that this could be an option to start a physical meditation as well, something along the lines of like yoga or Tai Chi, because it helps you realize that the body is also a reflection of the mind. So when you can bring these two into alignment, the miracles happen. So your second guide and guardian going forward is the Ascended Master Lady Nada and Rhodochrosite, and the card's title is Sensitivity. Your devoted heart is willing, conscious, clear channel for spiritual grace. Your growing sensitivity empowers you to experience the loving presence of the divine, to become a living light with tremendous compassion. My sensitivity increases in perfect harmony with my ability to process subtle energies and generate a protective field of spiritual light around you. You claim the space that you need to process your experiences and thrive. You trust that you sense and respond with wisdom. It is safe and wild and startling and beautiful to be a sensitive soul with higher awareness. Air, you are being shown and guided to a pretty significant spiritual shift, and there's also this option or this offer of change, of transformation. So your history, your last 6 months has been really about tying up loose ends, getting some stuff finished, but then you moved into this period where you're not sure what to do next. And what I'm getting from the guides and guardians is they're here to help you change whatever is not working into something better. They're here to support you in your next endeavor, your next level of experience. So you really are in an awesome spot to go forward as well. So let's take a peek at what portals and what gateways are opening for you going forward in the next 6 months, because you've got a lot of options for growth and change. The guides are coming in to say whatever you're looking at, we can help you achieve this. Let's see what direction we're going. So your first kind of gateway energy portal movement forward, Stellar Gateway Activation, Infinite Potential and Manifestation Vortex. This is saying that tapping into the stellar side of your life is actually going to be hugely important. You can use that as tapping into the fulfillment of your zodiac, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You can use that as tapping into the stellar gateway, which is the third chakra above, because you've got causal, soul star, and then spirit, or stellar. And so it could be tapping into that gateway to open up. And when you tap into that one, that's when you start really making contact with your galactic team. If you believe in the multi-galactic, multi-being philosophy, this is when you can start really tapping into that. So going forward, that could be part of those shifting and transforming, is working with the fifth dimensional chakras and activating them fully, which opens that gateway up so that you can actually see a lot more. Your crown helps you connect to divine, and then the rest of them have their own purposes, but stellar helps you connect into the galactic mind, so to speak. The other pathway that is opening to you, and you can pick which one, you can take both if you're really really motivated, is the Temple of Truth, Throat Chakra, Authenticity, and Self-Expression. So this is where you're coming to an honest realization of who you are. This particular card is saying you've done the work, you've seen the success, you've seen where your growth is. You're doubting because you aren't fully willing to accept every aspect of yourself. The Temple of Truth is saying when you tap into that throat energy, it allows you to communicate clearly with the outside world, but it also allows you to communicate more clearly with yourself. It allows you to communicate more openly with who you are as a spiritual being. So this is really about how you show up in the world and how you want to respond to things in an authentic way. It's not about, well, so and so thinks I should. Okay, but is that what you think? Is that how you choose to respond to this kind of energy? So going forward for the next 6 months, you can work with sorry, gotta move some cards. Small desk. Ascended Master Mary Magdalene. You can work with Aqua Aura Quartz, Ascended Master Lady Nada and Rhodochrosite. And these are ways to help you be gentle, but also work with that shift. Work with that transformative energy of alchemy, where you take a lower, quote unquote, denser energy and transmute it into something more perfect. You take that lead and move it into gold. So that's the guides that are coming in are saying, you know what, we can do this. We do not have to stay in this heavier, clunky, so to speak, energy. You've got the ability, you've proven it to yourself, and now you're just questioning because you're not sure what to do next. Well, you've got two really powerful options that are coming available. You're tapping into truth, authenticity. You could be tapping into your stellar gateway. You could be tapping into this galactic council. You could be tapping into a very high aspect of the divine excuse me, that you didn't even realize was there before. So air, you have got a lot of potential here. You have a lot of options going forward, and it's saying, air, don't doubt yourself. What you know, you know. You are the element of knowledge, you're the element of wisdom, and you love to figure things out. So going forward, this is really where you are going to shine. You've already had a great past, now you're heading into the future, and it's all about which path you choose and how you transform it into something better. So hopefully these messages resonate for you. If you're, like I said, if you're curious about any of the cards, you can check them out in the description. But what are your thoughts? Do these cards resonate? What do you see when you look at them? So with that, I will let you guys go. Have a great rest of the year, and I will see you in the next video.